Hey, how's it going? It's Tom Modern. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of Audacity tutorial here. Um, Audacity is a pretty cool program. You can, record with it and do a lot with it. Let's see. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I've just imported a synth bass part from one of my songs. So I'm gonna hit the plus button here to it's where you can see it. Let's see. All right, I want you to hear it, so I'm going to take it off of headphones, put it on speaker. It's got speaker choices there. Speaker USB, speaker. Could be this one. Okay, that's good. See the different choices: headphones, speakers, USB, speaker. To get the right one, you might have to sometimes, like if you just plug in something while the program is already open, you actually might have to, and it doesn't show up here. What you do is you X out the program and open it back up, and then these things will show, the ones that you're looking for. Now, depending on which Audacity you got, usually has these three: MME, Windows, Windows, two Windows choices. Most of them do the same thing, but sometimes you gotta pick a different one. It might not. One of them I think is mono, which you don't really want. See, this is stereo. And then here's your microphone choices. Right now I got a USB mic plugged in the USB portal over here, so I'm going to choose USB mic there. And once again, if you don't see that there, after you plug in your microphone, you got to X out and open it back up. Then you'll see it. Okay, here you got your speaker volume. Here you got your microphone volume. Okay, over here you got the track that I just imported. And then down here, you got your project rate. I usually use around 96,000 hertz because it's not too big and it's not small where the quality is going to be poor. So now if you go for the highest quality, you got to have a good laptop with a lot of memory. You use that, or else it's going to bog down and crash. And you don't want to do that. Like this is just a basic laptop and a Asus, and I don't have a lot of memory on it, so I don't want to be running this thing at whatever it is, 384,000 hertz, and then it bogs down and crashes. Another thing you don't want to do if you don't have a stoked laptop is you don't want to multi-track with too many tracks. Now here I got just one track, but if I go record and there's like 20 tracks on this thing, I'm trying to do 24 track recording with it, it's probably going to slow down and crash, and I don't want that. Now if you're running a Mac or something, some really good laptop, you're not going to have to worry. But if you're running a really high-end laptop, you'd probably be using Pro Tools anyway. So why would you even be using Audacity? That's why I'm using Audacity. Audacity, I can run it on lesser laptops. Like I have Pro Tools. There's a free version, but I don't even use it because if I upload it, it would take all the memory in this laptop. Okay, this playback speed, I don't use, I don't touch, I don't know what it is. Never used it, never will use it. This cut, never use it. I usually use the keyboard commands. This is a copy and paste. I started using this, copy, paste. It's easier. It's a revert or undo. I usually use the undo up here. I don't know, it's just habit. Like I said, this is enlarge. These two things, I don't know what they are. I never used them. Zoom toggle, never used it. Recording level, yeah, I use that. Start monitoring. Yeah, that's good to have. You don't want to get too hot. You want to get around 9, -9 decibels. You know, kick it up to -6 maybe at the most once in a while. But anyway, here's your basic select tool. Use this for playback and draw tool. Nope, don't use it. Envelope tool, don't use it. Don't know what it's for. Don't use this. I use this zoom tool. No, I don't use that. I don't know what that's for. Time shift tool. All right, I do use this. I use this. A lot of this other stuff, it's peripheral stuff. You don't really need it. That's why I don't use it. I don't know about it. If there's something I don't know about, I'm not an expert. I do know a lot, but I'm not an expert. Okay, so, I got something going here, and I want to put a track underneath this for various reasons. So, add new stereo track. So there, now I got 2 tracks. And, you want to save it. I'm not going to save this because I'm not really going to need it. But if you hit save project as, I usually save it to my desktop. It'll do that. Anyway, now it does this program doesn't quantize as far as I don't think, as far as I know. So you got to do a lot of manual editing. Like say I selected a piece here. Say I selected this, and I said, well, that's wrong. I don't like the way that sounds. Let me move that. Let me move that back or up or something. So what I can do is I select this, make a little cut, and then I do Control Alt X. Control Alt X. Or you can go into here and do cut. See, Control X. That's easier the way I did it. Now, I can move that whole piece. Say I wanted that over here instead. Okay, boom. Move that over here. Okay. All right. Now, say I wanted to put a piece right here that I needed to do or make up for some reason, I could do this, that over here. I could say like, well, I want this here. I could say that and copy, paste. Now I can just go like boom, boom. And if that's if that's good timing and I like that, I could just go like that and just finalize it and save it. If you get a lot of those kind of cuts, you don't want to do that every time. You want to do that at the end when you're all finished, because you still might have to, you might have made mistakes. You still might have to move stuff around. So if you do that, I'm going to undo that, undo merge. So if you get a lot of these, now towards the end of the song, and you got like 50 of these, say, then you could just do select, cursor to track end, selects everything. Then you can go clip boundaries, join. So you don't have to manually hit every line like that. So you go like that. Same thing, but you just did it from up here. All right. So now, like sometimes if you're in a mix and you're doing a lot of these fixes. Okay, I just did a cut there. So you're doing a lot of these fixes, and you don't want to be moving this stuff manually too much when you get into the bulk of your mix, your song, because you're gonna like make a lot of work for yourself, and you're gonna mess things up. It's gonna be off time. So what you'll do is, like, say I wanted to fill that with a beat. I missed a beat, or there was the wrong beat or something. There, copy. Don't paste it here. Now, if you paste it here, look what happens. It moves this over here. So then you're dealing with, possible errors and all that. So I'm going to undo that. Undo paste. So instead, I'm going to go down to my blank track here. I'm going to paste it down here and go back to my move tool here. See that? Then I'm going to manually move it in here. Now, look, it didn't move nothing. So now I can just, fix that, and that's going to be my paste. Now, sometimes when you're getting into cutting and pasting, I'll tell you, you're going to hear some clicks in there that you're going to have to clean up later. And there's a lot of ways to do that, and there's a lot of ways not to do it. But one way to do it is go into spectrogram here, changes colors. Sometimes you'll see a line in there. Can't see it now. Oh yeah, there is one. Okay, see that little line there? That could be a click or a pop. So what you can do is you can go in there and go like this and go into amplify and quiet that pop down so much so you won't even hear it. So let me go back to this then. Okay, now you don't even really see that, so you're probably not going to hear that. Back to waveform. There's also click removal. If you select, I don't like it that much. I don't think it works that good, but you can experiment with it. Threshold and max spike and drinking coffee. That's the worst thing to drink when you're trying to talk. I'm not sure about this style. I've used it, but I haven't had really good luck with it. You can experiment with it. And then there's noise removal. Let's see. Low pass filter. Sometimes you might have luck with that. It's like a filter. Makes it lower. Notch filter. I've used that, and I don't really understand it that much, but I've had some luck with that too. For once again, noise and pops and stuff. Clip fix, that's another way you can experiment with that, with getting the clipping out. Personally, I think the best way for me that I found is, where's the noise filter? I can't find noise filter. Noise reduction. Now to get noise reduction, to use that, first you hit get noise profile. That takes the profile. Then you go back into it. And then you start dealing with your levels and noise reduction, like how many dBs you want to go, how sensitive you want it to be, frequency bands. You mostly use reduce, residue, not that much. Hit OK, and that hopefully will have made some kind of difference. I'm just going to take it off for now. I'm not really using it. Okay. Transport view, select. Let's see. Say I want to duplicate something, select it. Duplicate. Now, where is it? It's down here. But make sure unselect it. So there you go. And then what you want to do is okay, I want to match that up to what I just duplicated. You go into this, move track up. Now look, it's right next to it. So what I want to do is use these yellow lines here. Select this. Nope, whoops. Nope. Select this. Go like that to the other red yellow line. Because I don't want two of those. I only want one. So let me do an X cut there. Boom. Or if I want two of those, then I just leave that in. Let's see. Duplicate page, clip boundaries, labels. Some of the stuff I don't know what it is. I don't use it. See. Yeah, region. I could do. Say, I just wanted to select this to the track end. Region. Cursor to track end. Only selects that from the cursor. Okay. Left at playback position. I don't use that. I don't know what it is. Store selection. I don't really use that. I use more of the basic stuff. Some of this fancier stuff you don't really use, but maybe somebody can figure it out and put it to good use. Use zero crossings. I have no idea what that is. I don't use it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here you don't use, Track size. Don't use it. History. Not sure. Maybe you can revert to last save with history if something crashes and you can't get it back. Maybe you could that way. History. Oh, mixer board's good to use. When you're doing a final mix, now all your tracks are going to come out like a little mixer board here. And got your mute, solo buttons, just like over here. Hopefully everybody knows what that is. And then you got your levels. And you can and this gives you more mathematical, like here is only binary, one number. Here you can do percentages of a number, like 0.5s. So actually, when you do a mix, it's better to use the mixer board. Okay. See what else we got here. Transport. No idea. Tracks. Okay, we use add new. Align tracks, sort tracks. Sync lock tracks. Not sure. Maybe somebody could post something about that. This stuff, I do manually. Generate, chirp, DMF tones, noise, silence, pluck, rhythm track. No idea really. DTMF tones. I mean, that was more. I remember that from like all analog recording. That you needed those tones. I don't know what that's here. Maybe if you upload some analog stuff. Effect. Okay, effects we can mess with here. Okay. Now I'm done. Say I'm done with my recording, and I'm running low on battery here. So, say I'm on my recording. I want to do like a pre-master mix, and before I do that, I want to put all the effects on it now, or things I can put on it now, like EQ. Here's an EQ I have set up. I use graphic EQ. Hit OK. Okay, see that? It affected that. Okay, now say I want to put some reverb on it. Here's reverb. Okay, I got a 15-foot room size in there. Okay, boom. Reverb. Reverse, in case you want to reverse the do like reverse speech or something. That's pretty cool. See that? Reversed it. That can be, I've used that a couple times. Truncate sound. Wah-wah. Like a wah-wah effect. That's not that good, but it's there. Cross-fade. Delay. Delay is pretty decent on here. You can do different. Regular delay I usually use. It adds a little level too. You got to watch your levels here. So I'm going to take that off just for visual. Now, if I was doing a mix and that level was bothering me, I'd probably go into amplify. And I would say that's about 3 decibels too hot. So I'd go like this, minus 3.1. Boom, bring it down a little bit. Or you can add whatever you want, whatever you need. Phaser, don't use it, but that could be cool, I guess, on a guitar part or something. Invert, don't use. I do fade ins and fade outs a lot. Like, say, this is too hot, and I was like, well, let me calm that down there. I can actually do a fade out, so it won't chirp on me, That's kind of useful. And then I'll do a fade in on this side. Or you do a fade out in the back of a song. That's what it's really meant for, but you hack the stuff and you use it for different stuff. Normalize, that's sort of like, if your level's too hot, it'll just, I'm not sure about what that means. Remove DC offset, normalize, amplitude. I used to keep it at, let's see. All right. Maybe it thinks that's normal, so I'd rather just do it manually than use normalize, but Nyquist prompt, no idea. It sounds like a cough medicine. Pulse stretch, no idea. Phaser, repair, repeat. Don't use repair, don't use repeat, don't know what it is. Reverse, we said a truncate silence, and wah wah. Where's the rest of it? Okay, this arrow down here there's more down here. Cross rate, clip cut, delay, high pass filter. Okay. Notch filter, spectral, tremolo. All right, I've used all the effects I want to use, but I might get this a little bit clearer by using some compression. So I'll go up here, go into analyze, and hit plot spectrum. Now look, the decibels. It goes all the way down to 8, all the way up to -8. So that's my peak level. So I'll go into the SC4 compressor, and don't worry about RMS peak. Attack time, this is a template I usually use. 30, 160 for release time. Threshold level, I don't use. Ratio, I usually about 3. Oh yeah, this is threshold level is that, we said -8, so there, -8.1. Knee radius, makeup, I don't use these, but that's your basic compressor. So, boom, apply. Now, if you select a lot, it'll be sitting there buffering, but that's automatic. It affected that. Okay, say you got your mix done, and you're ready to mix your pre-master mix down. All right, I only got like a couple of tracks here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, go over here and do export as wave. Now, if you're just doing a testing, you want to listen to, you export as MP3. So export that as wave. See, this is what the title was. And I would save it to what I would do is I would save it to my desktop. And then when I was doing a master mix, I would import the mix that I just made. So say I just did that, and this here is the thing that I just imported from over here. Import audio, and then you would go to your desktop and wherever your thing is, you'd import that, and it would come up right here. Okay, so now I want to do a master mix. So once again, when you're mastering something, you want to EQ it. I would EQ the whole thing. Select region, cursor to track in. I would EQ the whole song. And see, this is buffering there. I would pretty much only do EQ, and then I would find out what my levels are and analyze, plot spectrum. Now this is going to give you a certain prompts, say you didn't select enough. There. Say I had the whole song selected and it was saying 0 dBs. Alright, so say that was my level 0 for the whole song. I go to my compressor again and I'll just change this to 0. If I was mastering. You get it. I would hit apply and I would save that to 0. And then I might do then I would do my levels. Like for this, I would go into the limiter. Now, soft limit, input gain. Oh, here my dBs here. Now, by looking at that, I can say, well, I kind of want to bring that down about 2 or 3 dBs. So I would probably go. Let's try 3. So you can see there's a limit to where your signal is not going to pop out of that too high. And then you would check it. You go. Okay, it's really hot. So I'd come over to my other level here. And see there, that's pretty hot, but it's not distorting. I say I was happy with my master. I mean, there's other things you can do with a master, but I like to get my effects on before the master. So then I would just mix that down, export as wave, and that would be my master. I would change the name here. I would put master, and yeah, you got to experiment to see what sounds good. Can I put it on? Sometimes it's better to listen to your wave file than this, especially when you're mastering. It can be deceiving. It's better to listen to because the wave file is the finished product, not this. So you might as well listen to the wave file. Like I got several wave files here. But this is a definite crash course in Audacity. Like I said, there's a lot I don't know, but I think a lot of this stuff I don't really need. I mean, the only thing I wonder is there's any way to quantize, and this probably isn't. There's probably some editing tricks that I've left out. There has to be. I'm trying to think if I can think of any right now. Copy, paste. I think you pretty much get it, though. I mean, oh yeah, there's one other thing. Let me undo that. I'll show you. Like I said, I just want to quickly just get rid of this. Just quickly. You don't want to take time for everything. Just Control X, and it brings all that piece back to here. And Command Z, undo. You can see what I did. That's good. That's an X cut. Whereas this is a split cut, actually. That's a split cut. But it gives you a great idea, great ability to edit. But it's more manual, like I said. It's not like Pro Tools, It's more manual. And what I just showed you now will save you about 2 years of learning just on your own. Even though I don't know a lot that I don't use. I'm still good at the stuff that I do know. And took me a while to grasp. And after you grasp it, you want to finesse it, and basically what I just showed you should save you a lot of time. Add new, analyze, help, no. News for a new, totally new project. Open is for we want to import something, pick something. All right. Say I want to import something. Import a WAV file to this project. Hit that. Select what I want to import and just like see, it's importing now. Hopefully. Import audio. Video edit. Open. This should be it. Okay, I might have hit something wrong there. Now this could be another instrument I wanted to use. Now it comes in like the size is kind of smaller, so I'll increase the size. Gonna have to move it wherever I want. That's like, say I had another instrument all recorded, I want to bring it in. But okay, I remember something very important. You gotta, when you're recording and you got a basic laptop, you don't got a high-end laptop, which you wouldn't even be using this program if you had one, probably. But now, if you're using a laptop like mine, you don't want to get too many tracks. I usually